Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a great weekend. Having a little bit of a internet issue, so we're gonna try this again in case you saw the little glitch the first time. So we're back today for day 6 of our live challenge, and today we are talking about how to stay present by disconnecting. So I don't know about any of you other work-at-home moms, but one of the hardest things for me with working at home is feeling like I am on my computer or on my phone a lot. And my husband's even a little bit worse because he has an iPod and the Apple Watch and stuff too. So it feels like sometimes like he's always connected to something. But we live in this world of supposed connection, and I know this isn't new, we've heard this before, but it's definitely how I feel. We live in this world of supposed connection, but I feel like it's caused most of us at least to feel more disconnected than ever before. I know that I'm old enough to remember a time without cell phones and computers, and yeah, I remember actually getting a pager when I started driving, and my parents, would page me, and I'd have to go find a payphone to call them back, which, I'm sure wasn't super safe at the time, but I remember when we got our first computer, it was mostly used for schoolwork at that time, and printed a lot of photos of Taylor from Hanson with my friend Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I'm tagging you because one of my favorite memories. But since then, these tools have become a part of us, and they're so integrated with our lives that it's almost hard to imagine our lives without them anymore. And sometimes I'll sit there and I'll try to remember, like, what was a day like before technology? And even though I'm aware of a lot of the positive advancements that have come from it, like the fact that I'm making this video right now for you guys, wouldn't be able to do that before, I also sometimes long for the days where we spent more time outside. I know I grew up knowing all of our neighbors on the street and spending a lot of time at people's houses, and nowadays I feel like it's, we're lucky if we know one of our neighbors. But most importantly, I think that in the past, we were more present in general. And that act of being present now feels like something that we have to work really hard for. I mean, there's countless books on the topic. You can download apps on meditating and, having all these meditations and things to help you stay in the moment and learn how to be in the moment. And if you're like me, you probably struggle to even find time or make time to do that anymore. So I just wanted to share a few of the things that I like to do, that we like to do as a family, to disconnect and really practice being present. And I'll be honest, I still struggle with this. A lot of days I still fail. But one thing is definitely for sure is I never ever regret the times that I do disconnect and take the time to do that. So I'm going to share a few of our favorites. Number one is we try to do family dinner every single night, and one of our rules is no cell phones at the table. And I know I've heard some people do, like, just no technology at all between certain hours of the evening and stuff like that. I'd love to get to that place, but for right now it's no cell phones at the dinner table. My husband and I feel like, we're gonna have a really hard time telling our kids that they're not allowed to have phones at the table when they have them when they're older, if we're not setting that example for them right now. And one of the things that we do is we go around the table and we each share what our favorite part of the day was and what we're thankful for. And for me, even on the rough days, where I felt like I've had a really hard time with the kids or just myself struggling, I feel like this always brings us back to center, and that at least we can end the day on a good note. And speaking of ending the day on a good note, one of the things I also try to do with my kids every night is affirmations. And we'll sit there and go through our list of affirmations with them, and they love that, and I think that that's really cool too. The second thing that I want to share that I like to do to help to disconnect and stay present is getting creative. So I don't know about you, I'm going to be honest, I really struggle with certain playtime activities like playing cars and trains. I can only do, the little voices so much, like, hey, how are you doing? I'm so good, how are you? Just like, I can only do it so much. I do it because my boys love it. But after a while, it's a little bit hard. And so one of the main things that I've done is try to find things that I enjoy doing and find a way to bring the kids into it so that there's kind of like this this happy medium, and it helps me to really be able to connect if it's something that I'm enjoying as well. So some of the things that we do, creative things, we will read. My boys love to read, so we do a lot of reading. Now that Zach's getting older, we're building up our library of board games, so that's a lot of fun. Art projects. Sometimes we'll all sit at the table, and even though we'll each be doing kind of our own thing, we're all coloring or painting or doing that sort of thing together. And so I really like those times. So find things that you enjoy doing and find a way to bring your kids into that so that you feel like you can escape technology but also be connecting with them. This can be cooking, reading, like I said, games, that kind of stuff. So the third thing I wanted to share is going for a walk. Sometimes I just need to get out of the house in order to disconnect. Like sometimes if I'm in the house, I'm thinking about all the things I have to do. I'm thinking about work, and it's just really hard to put the phone down or to get off the computer, and I just need to get out. And walking has kind of also been my therapy since Zach was born. I just remember walking so much after he was born. But I love just being able to get out and enjoy nature a little bit. I love that the boys enjoy nature. We'll look for airplanes, lizards right now because it's getting hot, so there's lizards everywhere, so that's fun. Roly-polies. We can walk from where we are. We can walk to the library, Barnes and Noble, different stores, go get a smoothie, whatever it is. We sing songs while we're walking. We do all that kind of stuff. And these are some of my favorite times with my boys. So that's just another one that I want to share with you guys. And kind of in line with that, family days. I love our family days. Sometimes we'll just drop everything and go to Oak Glen and do the nature hike, the trails over there. We'll go to the petting zoo, play football in the grass, just have that time. Again, being outside is just really helpful for me sometimes. I just need to get out of the house. So I would love for you guys to share some of the ways that you like to stay present while disconnecting. So in the comments, we would just love to hear from you and hear some of the things that you have found that work for you in this day and age to be able to really disconnect and just be present and in the moment with your kids, with your family, and all of that. So thanks again for watching another day, and join us again tomorrow for another episode of our live challenge. All right, have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Bye.